Live in beautiful downtown New Bremen, and we've had sunny skies all day today, and as you can see and feel, we can feel the breezy conditions and warm conditions around this region.
A little windy out here, but summer-like conditions are in store, and that's what we're experiencing right now. Chief Meteorologist Jason Michael joining us now with tonight's quick cast. Hi, Jason.
Hi, Jessica. Yeah, it's feeling really good out here right now. Lots of sun and clouds standing here live in New Bremen. You can see standing right here in this park. A lot of activity going on, lots of kids out here, and even my friends over here at the Splash Pad really taking advantage of the day out here. You can see on live cell line radar right now. We'll take the image for you and show you a little bit of activity right now moving through. A weak frontal boundary is causing quite a disturbance there. Even Ottawa, you had a severe thunderstorm warning that ended just a short time ago. But look at today's highest temperature. Paris Snowman there in Findlay, 88 degrees, 86 in Lima, 84 also in Bellefontaine for today's highest temperature, 82 down there in Chillicothe, so a little bit cooler there, and 87 in Toledo. Temperatures throughout the day starting off very, very mild. Only in the lower 70s across our viewing area, and regional temperatures still holding steady and standing strong in the mid to upper 80s. But how long is this going to last? I'll have your evening planner coming up next. We'll talk more about the storms and also have your wake-up weather.
All right, thank you very much, Jason. Joining me now is Logan O'Neill, the director of the Southwest Auglaize County Chamber of Commerce. You have a unique situation down here with the Golden Triangle. Tell me a little bit about your mission in handling that.
Well, first off, thank you guys for broadcasting live from our Golden Triangle, as we affectionately like to call it. But, you know, our goal here is to foster cooperation between the three villages of Minster, New Bremen, New Knoxville. We want to strengthen and promote the local businesses that we have here, support our citizens through local activities, and also enhance the quality of life that we have here in the Golden Triangle.
How would you describe the current business climate down here? How are things going business-wise?
Business is great. Everybody is hiring right now. Things are doing well. Workforce numbers are continuing to grow for us. But the biggest concern that our employers have is finding qualified workers. We're a lot of manufacturing down here, a lot of skilled trades, and that's the biggest thing that we find right now in the workforce.
I think when folks come down here, come to New Bremen, New Knoxville, Minster, they notice the cleanliness and how these businesses give back to the community.
Yeah, you know, that's one thing that we like to kind of tout a little bit is the community support. You know, for us, you know, one thing that we like to say for us is the businesses. A prime example would be Village of Minster. A lot of businesses can continue to give to groups such as the Athletic Boosters, and you can see that at the Melcher Street Park, which is the downtown baseball park there in Minster. You know, the CBC, the Cardinal Booster Center, which a lot of businesses gave to here, and then the local Rotary clubs, which businesses support on a regular basis in New Knoxville, giving dollars to the schools and things like that. So businesses continue to support the communities on a regular basis.
Well, I think they do a great job, and you've got quite a unique situation, as I mentioned, down here. So, again, Logan, thank you for joining us. We really appreciate it, and we're glad to be down here.
Appreciate it. Well, thank you guys for having us and letting us be on here, and just a shout out to you guys for doing this for us.
No problem. Appreciate it. Thanks,
Thank you,
Logan.
guys.
All right. Well, we look at a New Knoxville lumber company that has been in the woodwork business for over a century, and they're still going strong.
Yeah, Hoagie Lumber Company started in 1904, and since then they've provided a variety of quality hardwood products for both local buyers and throughout the world. Hoagie makes everything from bowling lanes to sports floors and custom residential interiors. We caught up with the president of Hoagie Lumber Company, John Hoagie, and he tells us what has kept the company going for 113 years.
We certainly don't do everything right, but we're an honest company. We've tried to provide excellent service. We've tried to give people more value. We're not necessarily the cheapest guy, but we think that the customer gets some maximum value for the money that they spend. And that's sort of been the motto that we've adhered to all these years.
And fun fact, Hoagie provided special old age white oak for Pope John Paul II's chair during his visit to the Archdiocese of Vancouver in 1984. Hoagie has also provided lumber work for buildings like the Ohio State University, St. Rita's, and Lima Memorial. And here in Southwest Auglaize County, there's one name that you'll see on many buildings and several factories. That's Crown, and this global company has their corporate headquarters right here across the street from where we're at right now, actually, and they know the importance of investing in their communities. It all started in 1945 when Carl and Alan Dickey began building temperature controls for wood and coal burning furnaces, but Crown Equipment evolved to become a world leader in lift trucks and material handling equipment. A lot of their success comes from their workforce. The company employs around 3,800 employees in our area. Their involvement with the local vocational schools helps make sure that the future workforce is ready for the jobs they need filled.
We do a lot with them to make sure that we've got a good talent pipeline. It's not just us that needs them, that's the other companies in the area. So very much need a skilled workforce, people that like to work with their hands, and we also need people to go off to college and get the right degrees to become engineers and designers for us.
Besides the investment into their workforce, Crown also looks at ways to preserve and repurpose buildings in the communities they serve, which are used for a variety of company and community activities, to host meetings with new clients or build the machines that keep their clients mobile.
We have people from all over the world that come in, so it's very important that our town have the right look and feel, that we have good facilities available. So as we've expanded, we've taken advantage of brownfield sites. We've got about 5 million square feet of brownfield space that we've repurposed over the years around the country.
Niekamp says over his 33 years at the company, right now is the most exciting time at Crown that he has seen as they look at newer technology to push their industry forward.
All the technology that you see in your cars today, that's happening on the lift truck also. So we're going to more automation type things, visual graphics like an iPad screen on the lift truck. So those things are things that didn't exist 10 years ago. So we need to find people that can work with that, fix that. So it's a lot of different challenges.
While the already global company continues to grow, there's one thing that's remained the same: the Dickey family's generous support to a variety of different projects and higher education in our area.
Well, it's a hidden gem here in this area in New Bremen, but it's hiding in plain sight. The Bicycle Museum of America, located on West Monroe Street, sees about 7,000 people come through their doors every year. Our Sam Shriver is live with us down here in New Bremen with more. Hi, Sam.
Thanks, Jeff. This is one museum that anyone can relate to. I can remember my first Schwinn at age 6, my first Huffy at age 11. And visiting the Bicycle Museum of America is indeed a trip back in time, where you can look at how bicycles have evolved from your childhood to today.
The Bicycle Museum of America kind of blends in with the rest of the downtown New Bremen buildings. And at first glance, you don't think that the museum could contain so many bikes. But you would be surprised, according to museum coordinator Becky McQuinney.
The Schwinn Company, of course, was one of the largest manufacturers in the world of bicycles during its time. And they went bankrupt in '93, and they had an auction in '97, and that's when the museum then came to New Bremen, Ohio. So we originally started with 167 bicycles in our collection, and we've grown up over the years, the past 20 years, to over 1,300 bicycles.
Jim Dickey II of Crown Equipment Corporation is the silent partner behind the Bicycle Museum, which he brought from Chicago to New Bremen. McQuinney says the museum showcases an extensive history of bicycles.
You can trace the evolution of the bicycle through the first floor of the museum, and there's a lot of rare, one-of-a-kind bikes within that part of the collection. And then you transgress into the upper floors of the museum, where you can view some of the more modern things.
A lot of unusual bikes are on display, including this famous bike that Pee Wee Herman rode in the movie Pee-wee's Big Adventure, and 2 bicycles that belonged to the late Robin Williams. Museum assistant Jim Elking was asked what surprises most people about the museum.
So many of our visitors come in and are expecting maybe 30 bikes, somebody's little collection of bicycles, and then they become overwhelmed as we tell them we have 2 more levels above this and that we have 250 bikes or so on display and another 800 or so in storage, and that they should plan on about an hour and 15 minutes or an hour and a half, even if they don't favor bicycles so much, because we have lots to see and lots to tell them.
The Bicycle Museum of America is open Monday through Friday from 9 until 5, and on Saturdays from 10 until 2. Admission is $3 for adults, $2 for seniors, and $1 for students. Those 5 and under get in free. Jeff and Jessica, back to you.
Thanks, Sam. And coming up next on Our Town, the Golden Triangle, we're looking at one local community that is ready for summer with a local pool and other recreational opportunities.
Plus, we learn more about current and future plans for the Miami and Erie Canal corridor that passes through this region. So stay with us live from New Bremen. Welcome back to Our Town, live from the Golden Triangle, live from downtown New Bremen. Well, if the heat isn't an indication that summer is just around the corner, the activity in the village of Minster is a sure sign.
That's right. For nearly 50 years, the Minster Community Pool has been a summer staple for the young and the young at heart. And this year, the village is set to open its pool on Memorial Day. Plus, the diamonds will be shining as over 500 baseball and softball games will be going on in the village parks. Plus, the Golden Triangle concert series will be entertaining crowds starting June 2nd.
Quality of life issues are a tremendous part of everybody's life, and they want to be able to experience different things. Rather than having to go down to Dayton to see a concert or something, we can bring them up here.
And as we said, the concert series starts the first weekend in June and rotates between Minster Machine Centennial Park and New Bremen Crown Pavilion. The series will kick off in New Bremen with Steel Ivory. Then on the following Sunday, we'll be in Minster for the Eagles Tribute Band Double. The concerts are free and open to the public. For a list of concert dates and locations, just log on to our website at hometownstations.com.
Nearly 100 years before I-75 was built, there was another way to get goods and people around Ohio from the Ohio River to Lake Erie. Well, now it's bringing a different sort of traveler to our area. That's tourists. Alexandria Chapin has that story.
Back in its heyday, the canal system between Cincinnati and Toledo helped build the western part of Ohio. In the Miami-Erie Canal was a big part of that.
There were up to 450 canal boats working the Miami and Erie Canal, and every one of these communities developed from that.
Imagine canal boats like this replica carrying as many goods that would fit 3 semis today through a series of locks used to move the boats north or south. But the introduction of the railroad signaled the end of the line for the canal boats, but not for the canal. The Miami-Erie Canal Corridor Association is not only working on preserving the history of this mode of transportation, they're also looking at developing and promoting the canal as a recreation destination.
We have been able to work with communities and park districts to develop trail. We're also working with the historical groups to bring awareness into this area so that people, local people, will recognize it as a real asset to their community.
In the past, the canal connected area communities through trade or travel. Brady says the current focus for the canal is working on doing the same thing through recreation and tourism. For your news now, I'm Alexandria Chapin.
Well, as you can tell from my hair being up, it is quite windy out here. I actually forgot a hair tie today, and this is a bungee cord cable, but Chief Meteorologist Jason Michael is up next for how long this breeze is going to stick around.